back. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, first question. So, it's been 6 years since you released your last album, Taking One for the Team, and now you have this new one coming. It's coming like a few months ago. So, how was the process? And how did you manage to keep quiet to your fans? Because I know we're really passionate and everything, so they were like really waiting for this new album.
Yeah. It actually just came out 2 weeks ago, so it's still very fresh and new and exciting.
I with
And
you,
yes,
of
it was.
course.
Oh, nice, amazing. Thank you. Yeah, it was longer than we thought it would be. We always tend to take a lot of time to make albums because we're really passionate and we're really committed, and we want to make something that our fans and ourselves will feel like is our best album to date. So every record, that's always the goal, and that's challenging, because it's not easy to make a great album. It really takes like a lot of time, at least for us. Like, we're in that position where we wrote for about a year and a half, or a year and a half. We recorded for 6 months the album, and all that was done before the pandemic. We actually recorded the album. We finished making it in I would say February of 2020. So literally just a few weeks before the whole world kind of changed because of the pandemic. And so it was good because we got to make it together in the same room, like the way that we like to make record, which is all of us together. And we didn't really get affected in terms of the recording. But then when it was time to release it, we were supposed to come out in the spring and summer of 2020. We had a tour lined up, but obviously we couldn't tour. And it just felt like we didn't want to. We were so proud of the album. We were so happy with it and felt it was one of our best, if not our best, honestly, that we felt like we can't just throw this out while people are not really paying attention, and like rightfully so, because there's so much going on and there's such crazy events happening. It didn't feel right, so we just kind of said, okay, we're going to wait and see what happens until we can release this and kind of promote it the right way, and being able to be on the road and play shows. And then, we thought it'd be a few months, for 3-4 months delay. And then next thing you know, it's a year and a half. And at some point around last fall, we just started to think like, okay, well, we need to put this out. We've been living with these songs for so long. We're so proud of them. We're so excited about the album. We need to have our fans hear it. And also, it's been 6 years, and that's too long. So the pandemic kind of added a bit of a 2 years extra weight for us and for our fans, which has been weird. But at the same time, I feel like, I don't know if it was meant to be, but it feels like the perfect time right now to have the music out. It feels like with the pop punk resurgence happening, there's a lot of interest in this kind of music. And people are very curious to like not only discover new artists, but also go back and see who influenced them and where this scene comes from. So I think there's a really kind of a newfound interest in the style of music, which is exciting for us, and it gives us a chance to reach new people. And at the same time, I just feel like the songs are perfect for where we're at right now. Like when you look at the lyrical themes and all that, it really seems like it's really, I'm not sure how it happened, how it aligned like that, but it really feels like it's of the moment. It feels current. It feels like it's addressing a lot of the issues that are happening in the world. And I don't know, I'm excited, and so far the reaction has been so great, so we couldn't be happier to finally have this new music out.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it was worth the wait for sure. It's an amazing album. So, and my next question is for the album instead, like you can really see that there is like the imprint from Simple Plan, like you can see there is your music, but in a certain way it's a more mature album. So what did it change for you?
Well, I think it was interesting with this album. What we wanted to do was to try to create a classic Simple Plan album, try to create something that people would hear and they would go like, wow, this is everything I love about this band. This is everything I was hoping for. This is exactly what I would have wanted from this band, you know, and I think that sounds easy on paper, like, okay, let's just make a great Simple Plan album, but you know, it's tricky. And what we had to do is really try to figure out what is the essence of Simple Plan, of this band, what makes Simple Plan Simple Plan, what do we love about our band, and how do we take all of these elements that we love and we bring them into a modern sound and a modern version of it, you know. So I think we wanted to take like the energy um and the enthusiasm, the youthful exuberance of no pads, no helmet, just balls, and we wanted to take like the anthemic and the big arena rock feel of still not getting any, and take like the emotional um feel of the self-titled album, and the fun aspect of Get Your Heart On, like all these things, and mix them together and kind of come up with something that would feel like this is who we are right now. You know, this is all the best elements of our entire career all together. So that was really the objective. And I think when you talk about being more mature, I think every album that we've ever made, we've tried to have it be a reflection of who we are as people at the moment when we wrote it. So, you know, when we wrote No Pads, No Helmet, Just Balls, we were young. We were like 19, 20, 21. So we had just came from being teenagers, and, you know, so I think that influenced the kind of songs that we made. And now we're like in a different position. You know, we're all parents now. We all have kids. We have families. And we're I mean, in a way, we're the same people, but at the same time, we're also different. We've evolved, we've changed, we've grown. So I think that, you know, we try to have something like lyrically, like the kind of theme that we're going to talk about, and even just musically, we try to create something that's going to reflect where we're at in our lives right now. So, because we've always, throughout our history, we've always tried to be like an open book, to be very honest and transparent in the way that we write music, and how we talk about our lives and what's happening. And you know, it's always been the main source of inspiration. So with this record, I feel like the idea was to try to make something that wouldn't be just a copy of what we've done before. It would be like it would be the 2022 version of it, you know. So I feel like when I listen to the record, I feel like it's we were able to accomplish a lot of these goals, you know, to like make something that would be quintessentially Simple Plan, that our fans would listen to and be like, oh yeah, this is my band. This feels like home. This feels familiar yet new and fresh and exciting. And I think it really reflects where we're at right now and what we love musically and what we love about this band. And yeah, we're super happy. We love playing the new music live.
Yeah, that's absolutely describe the feeling that I had when I first listened to this album, because I was like, I'm a fan since I was 15 and I'm 31 now. And it's like, I can still feel like this is Simple Plan, but we're grown together during these years. So it was really, really, really amazing for me. And I think every fans, and I totally agree with what you said, of
Oh,
course.
thank you. Thank you so much.
So
Appreciate it.
speaking about the song of this album, Wake Me Up Before the Nightmare Is Over is, of course, one of the most, you know, meaningful song. And how was important for you to, you know, dedicate this song to the people in Ukraine and to work with the Ukrainian people for this realization of the video?
Yeah, like we wrote the song, like I said, about 2.5 years ago. So obviously we really didn't have an idea of that the pandemic would happen, or that the war
But it's like
with
a
Russia would
timeless
happen.
song.
Well, we wanted to keep it sort of open enough that
Yeah.
it could apply to many different things, whether it's a personal sort of tragedy or a personal challenge, or a more social sort of like political situation, you know, whatever. So it does kind of apply to so many things. It's kind of like this song that's a bit of a like a chameleon that you can really just it can mean different things to different people. And I think that's the beauty of music, is that everybody can take it and apply it to their own lives. And we were trying to make a video that would capture that, and that would sort of have, I don't know, just kind of have a video that would match the emotional tone of the song. And we were going back and forth, and we were working with a director named Jensen Nolan, who did our first two videos on this record. He did The Antidote, and he did Ruin My Life. And so we became friends, and we were talking. And while we were going back and forth, the war broke out, and we were watching, with the newspaper and the social media and the TV, and looking at all these images and the tragedy of it all. And it just kind of hit me like, man, this feels like the song is about this. Like, it could be about that. It's kind of crazy how it just aligned. And Jensen is actually born and raised in Ukraine. He has friends and family still there. So it was kind of like this weird, I wouldn't call it a coincidence, but it was just kind of like, oh, wow, like, I know you're from there. Like, do you think this would be a good idea if we tried to, make this video and try to have a positive impact and raise some awareness and some money for the people, for the kids over there that are suffering through all this. And he was like, man, I can't believe you're asking me this, because I was about to ask you the same thing, but I was a bit scared. I didn't know how you would feel. Yeah. And I'm like, well, you know what? Like, let's just do it. But it was very important for us to do it with people that were personally connected to the story and to this whole situation. I think that it would have been weird for us to make this with like an American director or like a Canadian director, we really wanted to have someone that understood and how it felt to be in that position. And we wanted to have actors and actresses that were from Ukraine, that were personally connected, where it was meaningful for them, where it was personal. And I think that was a big thing. And Jensen was able to bring all these great actors and actresses from Ukraine and all these crew people that wanted to be involved just because it was personal to them. So I think it was great for us to use our platform and to help them, or at least, I don't know, give them a chance to tell their stories. And yeah, I think it came out really emotional and really amazing, and I'm really proud of it. It's a very different than anything we've done before, but it's part of, again, like just evolving and trying different things. And yeah, I feel like obviously, it's not going to change the whole situation, but it's our way of not just sitting and just not doing anything. It's getting involved and trying to have a positive impact.
Yeah, it was a really, really beautiful video, I have to say. So
thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm Just a Kid became like a huge success on TikTok. So I want to know, how do you react when you get it? How was your feelings with the platform now? Because I feel like you're very active on TikTok now.
Yeah, well, at first we were not at all. We were not.
I know.
We were not on it, and we honestly didn't feel like it was a space that we could be ourselves or comfortable in. It felt very like a lot of dances and like choreography, and it wasn't really what the band was about. Yeah, but then the pandemic happened, this whole thing started to really blow up. And at first we were not really aware. We were told by a few people, hey, you should check this out. Like, the song seems to be doing really well on TikTok. Like, oh, okay, whatever. And it didn't feel like it was that important and all. And then we got more calls like, no, you really need to check this out. This is insane. This is like blowing up for real. Millions and millions of people are doing it. And then we checked it out. We were like, wow, this is incredible. And it was in Rolling Stone magazine. They talked about how it was one of the biggest viral song of the year. And like in every like end of year review, it was the biggest, one of the top 5 songs on TikTok for the year. So we were like, oh my God, this landed on our on our lap as a gift from the universe. And and instead of and we just decided that we're gonna embrace it and we're gonna lean into it, and we're gonna, like, we had this incredible opportunity that happen, and we'd be really stupid not to um, make the most out of it,
Yeah.
you know. So we did our own challenge, and that did amazing. Like I think 9 or 10 million views right off the bat, and it was like, oh wow, this is fun. And we decided that, you know what, like just like we've done throughout our whole career, we've always wanted to connect with wherever the fans were, and we always wanted to be very open and transparent, and be accessible, and show them who we are as people and show our personality. It's always been a big part of the band. We're not really like a mysterious band that doesn't really
I
show
agree.
itself to people.
Yeah.
We're the opposite, you know. We like to show everything. So we realized or discovered that TikTok was exactly that. You could make it whatever you want it to be. You could be yourself on there. And we started doing that, and now we have a TikTok person that helps us and comes with us on tour and makes all these awesome funny videos, and we're super into it. We see what's trending and we jump on that, and you know what, it's just been like another way to kind of communicate with the fans,
Yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
been like another way to connect. It's been like another way to show our personalities and our like our fun side, and to share the music, and the whole point of it is again just to bring people to the album, to our songs, and for them to discover or rediscover the band, because like we see so many people that are like, oh my god, you're still around, you still make music, and they maybe lost track of the band for a few years, and then they come back and they follow us and they become fans again, and it's been wonderful. And you know, we have like 1.1 million or 1.2 million followers, and there's not a lot of rock bands that are on there doing stuff, so we feel we're a bit different, and we feel we're part of the of what's happening now, and we're fully excited about it, you know.
So you're currently on tour, and also you're going to tour with Sum 41, even in Europe. So how does it feel to be back on tour after the pandemic, and how the collaboration with Sum 41 started?
Yeah, it feels really great. You know, it was, I think at first when we got a little bit of a break, it was kind of nice, you know, to be honest, because we haven't really stopped at all. Like the cycle of albums, tour, like even though we take a long time, we still really never took a real proper break as a band. So at first it was nice to be home, to be with our families, and to kind of forget that we were Chuck from Simple Plan or what, you know, like it was kind of like we were just home, and there was less expectations like, oh, we need to go out, and if we don't tour right now, people are going to forget about us. And it was just kind of like, it was a nice little break. And then after a while, it became a bit like, well, kind of miss this, and I wonder if we'll have a chance to do it again. And I think it made us, just like a lot of people say, it made us appreciate more, and made us maybe realize that I don't think we ever took it for granted, but I think you kind of expect that it's there whenever you want. Like
Yeah.
whenever you want to go on tour, you can do it. And I think that we realized that, well, that wasn't the case for 2 years. And now that we're on stage again, like seeing the crowd, hearing the people singing our songs, and seeing all the smiles on people's faces in the front row and everywhere, and just playing all these sold out shows, it's been really nice. It's been kind of, wow, like we forgot. I don't think we forgot, but I think it just makes you realize that how much you love it, you know, and how it's been a big part of your life for so long.
Yeah, for sure.
um so it's been really great to be back. It's been awesome touring with Sum 41. I think it's been the perfect package to come back and re-enter touring, because there's so many bands, like so many bands missed out on touring, that now everybody's out there trying to play shows. So there's so many shows, and people have so many choices. So we always felt like it was important to give someone something special, something like an evening that might never happen again, like the two bands together, like with the big anniversary as well, like playing some old stuff and new stuff with the new album coming out. It just feels like it's a show that if you're a pop punk fan, you should be there. You know, it's like it's so it was important for us to put that together, and they've been super nice, and we get along amazing. And the shows have been, like I said, all sold out and huge, and so many people. I mean, honestly, it's been like a slam dunk. It's been a home run. It's exciting. We're just having so much fun in the US. We just felt like, hey, let's just do this. Let's go and play all these places that we love playing. Um, like Italy and all over Europe. I mean, we have so many amazing fans.
I think it was like 2017 the last time you came to Italy for a concert, so it's been a while. So are you excited to come
Wow.
back?
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually really excited to come back to Italy, just not even for a concert, just in general, because I love the place so much. I might actually be going there this summer just for like a holiday,
Oh,
because we
nice.
love it, because we love it so much. It's so beautiful. So the food, the people, the fans, the settings, like the cities, the just everything. It's just such an amazing place. We've been coming since 2004, I think, the first time we played, if I'm not mistaken. And it's been wonderful. The fans all over the country have always been so supportive and so respectful and so loving, and they love rock music, and they treat the bands with so much passion. There's so much love, and it's always an amazing show. We've played our own shows, big festivals, we've done it all, and it's always been like every visit is always really special. And yeah, I really can't wait to come back. It's gonna be really special to come and be in Europe again. You know, it's like it's been a long time, like you said, like we haven't been probably since 2017, 2018. So yeah, I think our fans are gonna be waiting and hopefully excited, and yeah, can't wait.
Of course, you have one of the strongest relationship with fans. I think it's a unique thing. It's not like that common for a band or for a singer to have that kind of a relationship with fans. I mean, everyone is really close with his fans, but what you have with your fans, I think is really special.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we cultivated that was important for us, that it didn't just happen. I think that you kind of, as a band, you have to make an effort to like, um well, it's not really, I don't know if it's an effort. Well, I guess it is, because it's easier to just go to your hotel and not talk to anybody and not
Yeah.
sign and not do anything. But for us, I think it all boils down to like when we were kids and we would go see our favorite bands and we wanted to meet them. We wanted to say hello and say thank you for the music. And when we were able to, it felt so special. And it felt like, oh man, I'm gonna love this band even more. And I'm so grateful. And when they were not so nice, or when there wasn't this possibility of being able to connect, it was a bit disappointing. And I think that we still have that mentality that we used to have as kids, where we want to make sure that when a fan comes to one of our shows, they get the best experience and they get to have a chance to um, interact with us and meet us and give us a letter or tell us something, that's important for them, that they want to. So we try to have all kinds of ways where people can meet us. But one thing that we still do and we will always do is after the show, whether we go to the hotel or in the alley behind the club or whatever, if there's people there, we're always going to go and spend time with them and sign and make sure that they know that we see them and we care that they're there and they're important to us. It's just part of who we are and the DNA of the band, and it's part of that relationship, that connection that we have with our fans. And yeah, we're proud of that. Hey, what's up? It's Chuck from the band Simple Plan. Just wanted to say a quick hello to all the Ginger fans out there. Thank you so much, and for all the support. We love you.